Hey guys, Squiff the Lazy Geek here, and today we're going to talk about planetary imaging because you might see back there, there's the moon. That's a small sliver of moon. We're just after new moon, and I was just fixing some light leaks on my Newtonian telescope, which you might have seen in another video, and I see this moon and it's screaming at me that I should try to take pictures of it. Now my 178 mm Pro, my 178mm, so monochrome camera is taken, so I'm going to use the 178MC, which is not ideal for moon pictures, which could totally be black and white, and I'm probably going to take some shortcuts here and there, but let's try this with this little telescope. So we are the 25th of May 1917. Yes, the time is correct. I'm going to validate that. I'm going to let it do its thing. There's a lot of interference on this balcony. There's so much that the last time I brought my laptop here, the keyboard actually started freaking out. And when I brought it inside, it worked again. It's completely crazy. So it might not be correct at all, but it seems to have pointed more or less in the direction of the moon. So I'm going to take an eyepiece. I'm going to center that. Here I am with my eyepiece. And I am going to remove this for the moment. We're gonna put that in, and let's try to center the moon, and then we can switch to the camera. Wow, the moon looks awesome, just even in this visor there. Okay, I'm gonna be very approximate. I don't care too much. I probably want to take off the dust cover. It might be useful. And oh, it's there. Oh my word, it's so beautiful. Sorry. Oh my word, I keep forgetting each time how to... It's magnificent. I almost don't want to take it in a picture anymore. I just want to look at it. It's like there's still the blue of the sky around there. Okay, well, shush, and let's try to take an actual picture of that. This is so cool. I'm gonna validate the alignment. Cool. And let's switch to the camera. So I should, in theory, be removing completely the diagonal and putting the camera at prime focus. But yeah, I'm a bit too lazy. We're just gonna go through the eyepiece, through the diagonal, because this is more convenient for me. And again, I am the lazy geek for a reason. Okay, let's put it in there, and I'm gonna connect that to the computer, and we'll see whether we can take some images. I need to be quick. Okay, I'm in SharpCap. Let's go to cameras, my ASI 178MC. I'm not gonna zoom to 400%, but just auto zoom level. And I'm gonna increase the gain a little bit. I'm gonna actually, there, we see something. I'm gonna take my controller and try to center that at a decently low speed. That's not a decently low speed. Okay, so the moon is there. I'm gonna focus. Nice, I can see craters. Okay, so we can see some information there. I'm going to reduce the gain a little bit, maybe increase this. I kind of like this. I really should get a Crayford focuser. Oops. I'm gonna take a very low speed on there. And what do we want to take in picture? Now it's very low on the atmosphere, so we're probably not gonna get a very good, detailed picture of that. Well, let's try for this crater there. I have no idea what it is because I'm not a super expert in the moon. I am going to put it out of focus and then try to focus. It's really hard, actually. Really, really hard. Let me reduce the exposure time there. And I need to get a Crayford or an electronic focuser. Maybe I'm going to buy an electronic focuser for my SCT so I could actually do some imaging. without making the everything move around. I'm not sure whether this is good or not. We get good and bad seeing. Plus, there was a car that just went next to the house and you saw this move around. That was the car. So I think this looks okay actually. So let me center that. Oh, and we're going to get the full resolution of the sensor. Oh, cool. We can take so much at once. This looks much better. Okay, I'm going to go to RAW 16. And as a comment told me before, save as SER file. And we're going to, maybe actually, I can try to do a mosaic of the moon. So let's start at the corner there, the real corner. And we're just going to take like 1,000 frames, see how it goes. So quick capture. Let's see, maybe 2,000 frames. Okay, we're at 3 FPS at this resolution, so it's not great. We're probably gonna stop like at 500 frames for this one, because we're really like in the corner and you know there's not so much to see. Actually, I'm gonna stop that, because if we're so slow, we could increase the exposure time significantly and decrease the gain, so get less noise. And I'm actually going to try for the center of that moon sliver like this. Well, I can see clouds are darkening the moon. I really need to be quicker than that. Wow, quick. Okay, I could see it was 3 FPS, so I can go a bit higher in terms of exposure time. Let's keep that and let's do a quick capture of 3,000 frames and wait. Ooh, it's really going through clouds. Okay, I stopped it because it's really going through clouds. I'll wait a little bit more to see if we can get anything a bit later. Okay, the moon is going slightly out of the clouds. I've kind of recentered it. I'm going to try again to do a quick capture of 3,000 frames. We're probably never going to get to 3,000 frames. Okay, we're getting more and more illumination. It's kind of getting through the clouds. It looks much better. Let's give it a bit of time. Hopefully we'll get like maybe 500 frames, 600 frames. And you know, just with that, we'll see what we can get out of those 600 frames. I really should be using a monochrome sensor, and maybe I should have been using my 600 mm Cool instead, to actually have like a bigger sensor, a wider field of view, so I could have captured everything at once. But with this setup, you know, I was able to start imaging quickly. Let me try to recenter that. Okay, hopefully the stacking program, Auto Stacker, will not be too confused by that. But yes, it's like I should have used the 600 mm Cool that I have, but I didn't really have the time to go and get it. Let me reduce a bit the gain. I'm not going to take dark frames in the end. Now that the moon is kind of out of the clouds. Well, it is still in the clouds, but there's fewer clouds, let's say. And one of the things is that I'm capturing at RAW 16. So with the 178 MC Pro, I think that's 12 bits. So I have a bit more dynamic range than if I were to capture at 8 bits. Actually, I have much more dynamic range, which means that even if it looks quite dark on my screen, actually, I can actually push the brightness more than it would look like at first glance. So we're still through the clouds. The moon is soon actually going to go again through some darker clouds. We're almost at 400 frames. My objective is to have at least 500. Oh, it's getting darker. I'm going to pump up the gain again. Yeah, capturing any object through the clouds is always a challenge. And there's wind to make it easier. Okay, and I'm stopping it. We're almost at 500 frames. Let's see what we can get out of that. I don't think we'll get a lot, but you know, it doesn't hurt to try. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna try to actually process that, and I'm going to show you the final result right now. And yeah, I hope it looks good. I don't know, but at any rate, thank you for spending this little moon hunt with me. And you know, I hope that you liked this video, that it was useful. If you liked it, please click like. Please also don't forget to go and subscribe with the notification bell. And you know, never forget to look up at the stars. Even if it's cloudy, there could be something to gain. And I'll see you next time.